Hey everyone, welcome to Sketchaday Live. I'm mad at Facebook right now, so I'm not streaming on Facebook. But as if they care. As if they care. They do not care. Welcome to Sketchaday Live. I'm Spencer. If it's your first time, thanks for joining. We're gonna kick things off with a little bit of warm-up. I'll be sketching digitally today. The theme for the week has been food and drink. That's what we're doing. So if you have any food related ideas, I'll take probably one idea today. I did have a request from one of our patrons. I don't know if they're serious lines or not. Hey, the craft channel, what's up? I don't know if they're being serious or not, but they wanted me to do a banana. I know I did a banana before, so if that doesn't interest you, too bad. I'm gonna start with the banana. Also got a request for a forklift, so I'm gonna do that as well. But we will start with some bananas. All right, straight lines. If you're watching on Instagram, chances are this looks tiny and terrible. So, benefits of YouTube, boom. Awesome connection, full view, looks good. What's up, Splat 3D? Hello. A serving board. That'd be fairly simple. So just doing some warm up here on the old iPad Pro. I'm using Adobe Fresco right now. I don't know if I will use it for the whole thing. Maybe. Fresco is Adobe's drawing focused app. Keep getting all my reminders at the same time. Adobe's drawing focused app. Just a little different of a warm up here, but just getting the arms moving. I'm going to try and keep it tight to about an hour. So that's my plan today. I will be back, of course, tomorrow with Fan Friday. That's where I'm going to show off your sketches and take your suggestions. I'm thinking about going for about 2+ hours tomorrow. So if you can't make today, why isn't this drawing? If you can't make it today, that's fine. Or if you can't hang the whole time. Streams are always archived and stored on YouTube as well, so you can always check those out. Space food. I should draw myself. Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have no idea who the craft channel is, but you are trouble. Officially. All right, I'll find you at some point. Anyhow. All right, let's do some circles. Like we do. Shout out and thank you to patrons. We had some new patrons in the last little bit. Arthur Hatton, thank you for your support. Don, thank you. Derek, your sketches will be on their way. Thanks for your support and for being a super fan. Super fans get a batch of sketches, originals, and a thank you note every month. Limited spots, but that is my commitment to you. So I'm just using the default pencil in Procreate right now. I'll switch to my own brush, or sorry, not Procreate, Fresco. I'll switch to my own brushes. They do work in Photoshop and Fresco, which is kind of nice, frankly. So if you like sketching on the desktop, you can use those as well. Anyhow, the reason I'm upset with Facebook is they claim that my content is not original and that I'm reposting stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you make it possible to share stuff from my Instagram. So anyhow, they like demonetize me. And I'm just like, nope. You guys can go to hell. Not the fans, but you know what I mean. Hello from San Diego. What's up, Lynette? Self-portrait. I've done a self-portrait before, actually. But I could always do another one. Might be a good topic for weekly sketch challenge, or if you guys want to throw something up and show your work, probably be a good place as well to do that. All right, enough ellipses. Let's go. All right. So the request was for me to use my banana speckle. I guess I don't actually have the banana speckle in this app, so I'm gonna have to switch to Procreate now that I think about it. Now that I think about it. If you missed, by the way, this was the sketch from Sunday. We did a giant bug robot squaring off against a brave human. So yeah, we use sci-fi on Sundays. Circles next week. Says Splat 3D. I mean, you mean for the channel here or just in general? All right, so the request was to use the banana speckler on bananas. So let's go ahead. I'll use the dirty stencil. We'll make it a little bit more translucent, big, and just start here. I mean, the banana can't be alone, can it? I guess it could. Lone banana, but probably not. Yeah, bro. Music brought to you by the amazing Paul Sohi. Good friend of mine hooked me up with some sweet beats. You never have enough circles. This is true. It's good practice. Hello, Anne. Shout out to YouTube channel member Anne. Thanks for joining on the stream. If you guys don't know what memberships are, that's the little join button on the YouTube channel. So if you're looking to support, it's a great way to do it. I guess it is food and drink, so I have been enjoying doing these glass vessels lately, so why not? Why not? So this is the dirty stencil, named such because it's got some nice texture to it, right? So if you drop the opacity, you can make it look more like a lead pencil, if that's what you're after. Someone asked on the last stream, how do you draw glass? How do you make it look like glass? You know, and the biggest advice I can give is to just draw from observation, and then you'll be able to kind of pick up on kind of the overall pattern or feel of things that are glass. Will make it pretty easy for you to do it yourself. So I think you have to start with drawing a bit from observation, and once you figure that out, it can be fairly easy. All right, so I'm going to switch brushes here now. Let's go ahead and use this real marker, and I'm going to do, I guess they would be pretty ripe, so we're going to use some yellow and brownish yellow here. All right. Or do I want to use this blending marker? Let's see. I think I'll use the blending marker. So I'll just start with a little fill here. Of course, I'm thinking about lighting in the scene, what that's going to look like. I don't know why bananas are delightful, but they are. So this should go fairly quickly. I don't know if Lines is watching, but you asked for it, and here it is. Some bananas. Some bananas for you. So yeah, the markers, just so you know, because I've had instances where people have gone in to buy the brushes and they get the wrong set. This is part of the Mega Pack brush set. Alternately, you can pick this up as a part of just the marker brushes if that's all you want. All right, so just adding a little bit of shadow core here. Again, if you are watching on Instagram, I know it's annoying for those watching on YouTube for me to say this, but I do have a dongle. It's hooked up. You get a much better view on the YouTube. Better audio too, because I have super fancy mic set up and whatnot. All right, I do want to move this. Let's scooch it over just a bitch. Just a bit, not bitch. No, I'm going to be demonetized. Just a bit. I was trying to say titch and bit at the same time, and hence my mistake, so apologies, everyone. I'm not angry today or anything like that. Even though I'm mad at Facebook. So yeah, I like this marker brush here for blending. Just works really well. So this is just from my head too. Reported. Hello, Anne and Lillian. My apologies for my slip up. But I'm glad you could join. We'll keep going here, just kind of shading and fading things in. Lightest lights against darkest darks. That's going to help you show depth and whatnot. So after this, I'm going to do a forklift. Let's clean up our sketch lines. Just a bit. Just a bit. What's up, Karthik? Hello, hello. So reminder, if you're hoping to get your food-related sketch in, I'm just knocking back some of these lines here. But if you're hoping to get your food-related sketch in, just have it in by tomorrow and you should be good to go. As far as, oops, wrong layer. As far as getting it submitted in time for the weekly sketch challenge on Fan Friday. All right. This glass is a little bit close to my beniners. So let's go ahead and just make a selection here, and I'm gonna move this just a bit so that it feels more positionally accurate, and then we'll clean up. Painting of cupcakes, lovely. May I have your permission to share said cupcakes? Don't worry, I won't eat them. Sweet. Hey, what's up, Mecha Art? I am good. This was a request from Lions, who I'm not sure is watching. I know I've been streaming a little bit later this week. It's been a somewhat busy week for me. I hope you're well. Hope you're doing well, bruh. All right, back to my dirty stencil here. I'm gonna pick back in this brown family and use this for some texture. Oops, I did the wrong thing, didn't I? All right, dirty stencil. There we go. So these are like, you know, riper bananas. They'll likely have some blisters, whatnot on them as well. But again, the advantage of this pencil here is I can kind of tip it. So I can tip and get a nice shade like that, or get a more precise line. Pardon me. Frosted wheat square for the top of a keycap. I can do that maybe tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a forklift that was requested in the video requests channel that I've been meaning to get to. So I'm going to do that to start. And I do need to keep it to about an hour today, so. The topic for this week, again, food and drink. That's what we've been up to. I'm going to lighten this up a little bit back here. It's a little bit too dark. So back to my blending marker. Kind of lighten that up, and let's get tabletop surface. I'm going to use a cool gray. Looks like I was drawing on the wrong layer. Oh well. YOLO. So a little bit of shadow here. Blend that out. Soften the edge. All right, now let's do our liquid, whatever that liquid is. Is there such a thing as banana juice, like actual banana juice? Does anyone know? There has to be, right? Certainly someone was like, let's see if we can juice this banana. I've just never seen like banana juice in a store or anything like that, you know? So, fun fact for you, if you do like bananas, fun fact, bananas are actually giant herbs. At least a banana tree. It's a giant herb. So think of it like a giant onion. If an onion plant was able to grow huge, it's basically what a banana is. Crazy, right? You're welcome. Now you'll never eat a banana again. But that is what they are. It's true. Bananas are giant herbs. Giant herbs. All right. So the request was for this banana speckle right here. So I'm going to pick a nice deep brown color or something like that. Let's see if we can use this. So this is actually sampled from a real banana that I had. So I took pictures of the banana, extracted the texture, and so I use this in product sketching from time to time. Oops. All right. So I'm going to turn up the opacity. And just play with the size as well here. All right, so something like that. And just to kind of help out here, let's go ahead and back to my dirty stencil. Continue to add. Oh, what is happening here? Okay. Just continue to add some spots and whatnot. So just like that. Reminder, if you have questions or whatever, I'm on YouTube. That's where I'm paying attention. Certainly gerbils eat bananas. Certainly. Oh, that's why. Okay. I was like, why is this not showing up? I was drawing on the wrong layer. Alright, so maybe something like that. Should we do... I guess we could do like... Not exactly a wine glass, but we could do red wine or something. Nice deep burgundy color here. Needs to be more red. Once again, this is Sketchaday Live. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Maybe it's Friday where you're watching already. Either way, thanks for hanging out, being a part of the show. Alright, so now in the glass, I want to try and colorize some spots a bit, so that, yeah, just a touch, so it feels like this beverage is picking up light, refracting it, reflecting it, and so forth. Alright, so up next I'm gonna do I need to zoom in. Plus the light angle here is messing with me. Or the angle of my tablet, I should say. So up next I'm gonna do a forklift. This is just a simple paint and erase method. Just a little airbrush here for our liquid. Right through there. We'll get to the glass surface itself, and then I'll call it good. Bananas and wine. That's the name of my bluegrass heavy metal crossover act. Bananas and wine. Alright, I'm going to drop the opacity just so I can kind of see where I need to erase here, and then just come in like so. Erase a little bit, boom. Just like that. All right, and let's see. I need to finish this glass off. So back to my dirty stencil, black. Gonna hit a couple spots there. All right, so the glass itself now, I could use a marker for this, or so I could use, say, this real marker, and you know, take like this gray or something and kind of hit this glass. And let's make sure we're on the right layer. Okay, we're on the right layer. We're good. We're good, everyone. We're good. So we could do something like that. And then I'm gonna take my airbrush as an eraser and just tone this down a bit. And let's see on the other side here. Maybe just a little bit through there as well. So a little something like that. A little something for you. All right. It is Friday in Australia. Hey, Wayne. Wayne, one of our newest patrons. Thanks for joining. All right, so up next, I'm gonna do a forklift. I think I'll just keep using Procreate. I was gonna use Fresco. Should I? Now I'll use Fresco. All right, so there's my sketch. This was requested by Lines, one of our patrons, and amazing mod. So thank you to Lines. All right, so let's go over to Fresco. So like I was mentioning, this is Adobe's drawing-based app. It is free. The free version lacks some features that the paid version has. But if you're just looking to jump in and start drawing something, it's a pretty great app. So I do have Sketchaday brushes available for Fresco as well. And this is my ballpoint pen. I'm going to tweak some settings here. So let's go to transfer. And let's see. Okay. Minimum. Huh. That's weird. Oh, duh. Flow. Okay. So it's a little bit different in this app. So I've adjusted my flow. I've got my pen that's like a ballpoint pen. If I wanted to be a little bit more like an actual ballpoint pen, there we go. All right. So I'm actually going to reset because the settings for this brush, I think, are pretty good. All right. So back to that. A little bit of a little bluish gray here. All right. So the request was, can you sketch a forklift? Can I sketch a forklift? A silver fork that lifts. I don't know if I'd say that. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I'm not sure if the person meant like, you know, forklift as in one of these things that you know, is meant for like a warehouse floor. You know, you've got, let's see, how does that? Yeah, so I'm not sure if they meant like a pallet jack. You know, something like this. Where it's got the wheels on the back or something. I'm not sure if that's what they meant, but we could do one of these and then do like another forklift. So if you've never seen these are more like a pallet jack. So yeah, I'm not sure if they meant this, but We can do it. Do one like this, and then do one that you actually drive in a warehouse. I guess we could make it electric. We can make it gas powered, natural gas. So in terms of process here, what I've done anyways is started with kind of the outline here in perspective. We can always erase some of the construction, not a big deal. Line weight always helps, color as well, materials and so forth. So not a huge deal. And if we want to add some sort of surface transition here, we can do that. I feel like these are a little bit wide, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that just a little bit narrower. Right through there. I am still working on the digital guide. I kicked that up again. Still working on my 500-page challenge as well. So that should be wrapped up soon. It's been busy. It's been a busy time. All right, so maybe that's a concept. There. One of the nice things about digital sketching though is it's easy to come up with additional sketches if I want to. So I can just duplicate this layer and let's go ahead and flip, scale, yeah, maybe rotate slightly. Now I've got another concept. All I have to do now is, you know, change a few things that I want to change. Maybe keep the, you know, decide on what you're going to keep the same. Might be the handle, for example. This brush got huge. All right, there we go. So maybe it's the handle or something. Or the body, I mean. I feel like this would be straight no matter what. Because you want to be able to stack stuff right up onto it. Right here. So I feel like that would be straight. And I guess we can just make it a sketch page with a few changes here. All right, so there's another concept, and then do the same thing, or we could do a side view or whatever. But I'll just duplicate and use the same one. Sometimes I'll intentionally distort the sketch as well. So like come in just a little bit. It changes the perspective. It's not perfect, but it can do enough to help your, at least the base of your sketch, not feel like, oh, you just copied what was there. I haven't heard of New Monday. I've heard of Blue Monday. The song Blue Monday, I've heard of that, but not New Monday. All right, let's go up. Maybe this is like a little standoff bumper or something. Right here. Could be a part that extends out a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a warehouse pallet jack designer, so just kind of illustrating. If this were an actual design project, you'd want to be informed certainly by research, observational, or situational. You know, being there, spending a day in the life with someone who uses these things, making those observations, all of that good stuff. What's up, NYC Tours? Hello, hello. NYC everything. Okay, I like that. NYC everything. It's like I see everything. So, question for you, NYC everything. Do you do videos on YouTube? Or if I plan a trip to New York, could I hit you up and be like, hey, show me everything? What's the deal? Take care, Splat 3D. Take care of yourself. But could they see everything? I don't know. I've been to New York a few times. It's fun. Fun enough. Fresco does lack some tools that are convenient. I will say things like being able to just have some simple filters in here. So I would say it's more of a scribble, drawing, painting than, hey, I'm gonna do an entire thing in the app, like intense visual presentation or something like that. Anyhow, I'm pretty sure when they said forklift, they didn't mean these, but I thought it'd be fun to sketch some of these anyways. All right, so let's just do some quick color, and then I'll do a real forklift. All right. I guess I should have, what I really should have done here is done my colors and then flipped those layers. That's really what I should have done. So in this brush set, I also have markers. They're a little bit different than the, what is going on here? A little bit different than the ones in Procreate, but still blend really nicely. And you get that build up. So if I want to have a little shadow here, I can build up my value. It's pretty handy. So just like a real marker would kind of build up in value. Why did I go through the trouble of making these? Well, I like using tools that are purpose-built, familiar. So that's why I made this set. Plus, I can use them on Photoshop if I want to as well, which is pretty handy. Oh, okay. That sounds really interesting. I'm excited to see that. So NYC Tour says, or NYC Everything, I should say, my bad. Their videos will be a kind of a walkthrough of the city. I'm going to switch this blending mode on the sketch lines to multiply, and it should look a lot better here. So bear with me. But that sounds interesting. Almost like a travel documentary, but in New York. That's the way I'm interpreting it anyways. All right, so I've switched the blending mode to multiply, so Now, when the color is applied, it should look quite a bit better there. And I made a mistake. Usually I'll put the colors on separate layers. That's the mistake I'm referring to. So yeah, my bad. A little darker color here, and now I will shade in the side. Also, I should mention, if you do pick up these brushes and for some reason you're like, I don't really like this, you can always ask me and I'll return your investment to you. So why am I mentioning this? Oh, I got interviewed about my site and what I'm doing today, and it's one thing I talked about. I do stand by what I do, so if for some reason you're like, never mind, I'll happily hook you up. Alright, so maybe this front section here is actually black, or like a deep gray, as it's padded or something, or it has like some sort of wear surface. Not to be confused with werewolf. A weird gerbil would be interesting, actually, now that I think about it. Look at what you've done, Mecha Art. Everything I think about now is gerbils. Anyhow, I'm not feeling this pallet jack thing, so I'm gonna move on to the what do you call it? Forklift. I think I'm gonna have more fun doing that. So I'm gonna call this one a wash, which I rarely do, but I am trying to finish in the next hour, so. Basically. Hey Lori, what's up? Love your sketches you've been doing. Keep it up. Alright, so back to my Sketchaday brushes here. Let's use trying to figure out which pencil I want to use today. Should I use something rough like that? I guess so. I guess we can do that. Alright, so forklift. I'm gonna do some perspective, like a 3-point, something like this. Maybe the forks are up so I don't run out of space here. So just throwing down some lines. And as far as the cab goes, maybe it is elliptical or curved. Something like that. And our tiny wheels. Maybe it's some futuristic looking Forklift. Why not? Why not? We do need rails though, however, so sketch that in. Thanks, Artistic Lizard. What's up? Thanks for joining. Yeah, even though it's organic, we're still gonna get still gonna need rails that the fork runs on. And this is one of those instances where I'm not entirely sure of the mechanism, so I'm just gonna sketch it as it would look like, not necessarily how it would work like. Believable enough is my goal. Just believable enough. I do like this brush. It definitely has a nice textured feel to it. Reminds me of a heavy, like sketching on just a heavier piece of paper. I'm not sure if this one has tilt. No, this one doesn't have tilt. But I do have brushes in the kit that have tilt functionality. Sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't, right? Sometimes I want to tilt my Apple Pencil and sketch without I want to sketch at an angle without it having the angle, if that makes sense. So sometimes that's what I want. All right, do forklifts have lights? I think they do. Pretty sure they do. And just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna say this one is electric. Boogie woogie woogie. So the reason I zoom in and sketch, if you're wondering, it's a lot easier to sketch like big and moving my shoulder and my elbow than it is to sketch small. So I'm always zooming in. All right, Lynette, take care. Are black wings good leads? I don't know. Oh, good LEDs. I don't know. I don't really use those. I just use actually let me focus here for a bit. I just use Prismacolor pencils. That's what I use. So in the case of this particular brush, the texture you get would have more to do with the type of paper, but I do like the textured look here. Alright, there'd likely be something to mount this to the main body. Alright, something to mount these. This one's off, but there would be something there. So I'll just shade in. Right through here. I don't know her. Right, something like that. And our door, I guess I'll just put a little hinge here or something, and then say, you know, maybe this swings open that way. So I will upload the original sketch file to the Google Drive. So if you guys want to check it out, it'll be available there for channel members and patrons. Again, welcome to the new channel members and patrons. We got Wayne, we got Don, Arthur. Thank you. Much love and appreciation to you. And if there's anything I can do to make your stay more hospitable, you let me know. I'll be your captain today. I do miss flying, in all seriousness. I used to, at one point I was flying when certain circumstances were different in life, but I would fly somewhere different almost every other weekend. That was something. But yeah, I would be flying all the time. So it's unfortunate that we don't have that, but at least I'm not willing to risk it yet, personally. I know there are people who fly or have had to fly, and it's been fine. But I'm just not there yet. Drawing on black paper with white. Oh, that's right. That's right. I do owe you that. Are you going to be around tomorrow? Let's see. Tomorrow it would be 10 a.m., 10 or 11 a.m. your time. Are you going to be around that time? NYC everything. I guess I'll just make this a pencil drawing. Kind of looks cool with the textured pencil here. So this isn't the default pencil in the app. This is a canvas texture pencil. That's a part of my kit for Fresco and Photoshop. It's a little bit heavy on the texture, but I do like it. I do like it. All right, because I don't want to mess up this sketch, let's go ahead, sketch in some seat. So what I mean to say is this is now being sketched on a new layer. And that way I can kind of sketch in some stuff here without risking messing up my whole drawing. Let's see. All right. Maybe just some ground line here. Thicken the lines at the bottom so feels like it's on a surface. Maybe a little bit of line shading for shadow through there. So you'd have some sort of control deck. You can sketch that in. Sketch and shade. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be sure to go over what we covered today, minus the pallet jacks, because those are terrible. But tomorrow we are doing Fan Friday, and I'll go for about 2 hours showing your stuff, and you guys can request whatever. So hopefully you'll make it. If you're wondering about where to submit stuff, submit it on the Discord. It's sketchaday.com/Discord. Pretty great community. We got people helping people. It's not just me answering questions or whatever. My left hand went numb. It's just not it's not me just doing stuff. So yeah. You can check that out. If you did miss the stream as well, the replay will be posted on YouTube. It's youtube.com/sketchaday.com. That's where it'll be available for future if you are watching and you're watching on your tiny phone on Instagram. Check out the YouTube stream. It's much better, higher quality. Cameras and whatnot, microphone, you name it. It's there. Do I use a paper-like screen protector? No, I don't use paper-like because, and I haven't tested this out myself, but I've heard that it can wear down the tips of your Apple Pencil. So I haven't gotten into the paper-like protectors. So that is a no. But I am using a matte screen protector. That information is on my website. If you click on the link stuff, or use this link that I post in the chat there. Do I use a matte screen protector? I do. I'll help you out because I love you. So I use a matte screen protector. In fact, I have a video showing how to install one of these if you guys are interested. Ridiculous thumbnail here, but that's the screen protector I use. So if you're curious, and yeah, there's a link in the video description on where to find that, and the video shows you how I install it. Tip of an Apple Pencil nib is actually a small metal bead encased in a plastic nib. It is? I had no idea. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm looking inside my tip. You're right. I had no idea. Thanks for the heads up. Like, I don't use my Wacom tablet as much as I used to back in the day because the Apple Pencil and iPad combination is just convenient. But there are some things I don't like about the Apple Pencil. Maybe they'll fix it. Right, like hovering over the screen, I can't tell how big the brush stamp is or what's going to happen when I start drawing, and that's a bit frustrating. You know, you kind of have to make a stroke and then evaluate, and if your stroke is off, then you change your brush size and you do it again. Sometimes that involves erasing. You know, it's not the most intuitive and fun thing to have to go through. I would say. But like I said, it is convenient. A couple of things I do like about Fresco as well. There are no layer limits. I don't know how they do it, what their magic juju or sauce is, but there's no layer limits. I haven't come across any layer limits. You can also draw in vector. That would be an interesting show. You know, vector drawing in Adobe Fresco. Like maybe designing a poster or something. I think Latrice might find that one really interesting. Do you do much vector in Fresco, Latrice? If you're still watching. Maybe this is the battery pack on the back or something. Maybe. I kind of like the open feel though, so I'm going to leave it open. Open for interpretation. That's what I'll do. Open for interpretation. All right, so there's my super quick forklift sketch. Haven't done one of these in a while. I feel like it needs a headrest. Haven't done one of these in a while, but you know, super fun. Headrest and armrest is what this guy needs. Whatever that shape would be in spacing. Yeah, because if you're gonna be doing this stuff, right? I would anticipate or expect you'd want some comfort. You know, if I'm sitting in the bubble, I would want some comfort. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so I'll just show you guys real quick. So that's can I do previews like this? No, I can't. Cancel. All right, so there's our forklift. We did these little dinky pallet jacks, but I wasn't really loving it, so I kind of abandoned that one. I won't upload that one for you. And then in Fresco earlier, we did this little banana scene. That was a request from one of our patrons and mods, Lines. So wanted to fulfill his dreams. So thank you for this suggestion right there. But like I was saying, in Procreate, for example, if I go to settings, canvas information, layers, it's going to tell me how many layers I can use. In this particular file, it's 91. Sometimes if you need to do something big though, that you need to blow up, you want to make sure you have enough resolution, and you can have your layers limited way down. Now, I'm sure when Apple releases new versions of the iPad, we're going to be able to do more and more layers. But for now, that's a limitation, at least with Procreate. With Fresco, there's just no limits. You can do whatever. So that's been fun to play with here and there. So there's 3 brush icons. One is a live brush tool, and I do have some content coming out that'll show a bit of this, but it's like a watercolor brush, and you can kind of see the inks flow and whatnot as you paint. It's kind of fun to use. So if you like watercolor, right, it's pretty handy. And then the other brush icon is vector brushes. So I have things like basic taper, round, flat, chisel, terminal, and so forth. And there's a few gestures that you can use as well, but this is actually drawing a vector line. So as I start drawing, you'll notice there's an icon that shows up next to the layer. That means that I can actually export these vectors. So if I'm drawing something like an eye, you know, it means that when I export this, and you can fill shapes and do a lot of stuff here, but it means that I can export this in a way that gets me nice crisp lines, which can be handy if you're doing you know, something like a graphic illustration or something you just want to scale up or blow something up for some reason. All right, it's pretty fun to use. These are all vector lines, right, that I can then export to something like Illustrator. Oh, sweet mecha art. Do I prefer Procreate or Fresco? You know, I get that question a lot, and there's things I like about Fresco that Procreate doesn't have, and there's things I like about Procreate that Fresco doesn't have. It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm just painting and being expressive, then I much prefer to use Fresco over Procreate. If I'm doing my design work, you know, there's a lot of I'll just show you a couple things. Nothing proprietary, but if I'm doing design work or general design sketching, I do enjoy using Procreate for that. So things like, let's see, trying to see if there's a good example. Like this is a project I did, and I can't tell you what it is, but here's an example of, you know, me just doing some design sketches for someone in Procreate. So that's kind of my general, like, okay, if I'm doing some idea sketches, this is kind of what I'm doing. Right? And then if I'm actually painting, then I'll use Fresco. And let's see, here's the original banana sketch, Beniner. But there's things like this. This one's vector, actually. So I did this Chicago Jordan Nike tribute piece that I did. And this is all vector, so no matter how much I zoom in here, it would be super crisp, which again is super handy if I'm gonna take this, I can blow it up to as big as a billboard or as small as a postage stamp, and it's fine. This one I did on Adobe Live more recently, and Fresco stores everything in your Creative Cloud, like libraries and storage, so I can work on this file and then I could hop on to say my desktop and then finish up or do something else that I want. So to me, that's super valuable, right? If I'm just scribbling and I know I'm gonna finish something on my computer, it's a step that I save in terms of time and effort, and that's really appealing to me. So all right. Design sketching is pricey. I'm gonna wrap it up here for today. If you join me tomorrow, it'll be Fan Friday, and I'll be taking your requests, showing off your work. It's your time. So if you want to join me, that'll be tomorrow. Probably around 9 a.m. Pacific is my plan, 9:10. So, and I'll go for about 2 hours. And then after that, we'll do Sci-Fi Sunday like we always do. We'll have a good time. All right. Thanks, guys. It's been fun. Remember, as always, passion is the process. Take some time to share something you learned with someone. Hopefully you realize that even I make mistakes, and I make many mistakes, but I'm also always learning, and I appreciate you hanging out with me and having fun. Share the channel. Appreciate your support. Oh yeah, shout out to the Patrons and channel members. As always, Latrice, Lori, thanks for joining. Lines, keeping it down. Mecha Art, much love. We had Anne and Wayne as well. So thank you guys for your support and keeping it real. And shout out to NYC Everything for hooking it up with the super chat, as always. My man. Appreciate it. Let me know when your channel launches, and I'll be happy to give you a shout out and check that out. But hit me up if you want to reach out. Okay, guys. Take care. Happy Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.